So this little cabinet thing kind of worked. The oyster mushroom seemed to like it. The other mushroom types, not so much. The shiitake, I never got them to fruit. The mold managed to take over though. Yeah, the humidity was just, I couldn't keep it high enough. There was too much leakage around the edges here. So I decided to shut this down and do something else. So this is what I've come up with. How's that for humidity? So this is the old, I've been calling it the boiler room, but I think it was just for storing coal. There was a coal chute right here. You could like shovel coal from the outside into this little room. Concrete walls, fairly small, only was 6 by 6. And fairly easy to seal. I just got this plastic sheet up here so that humidity can't get into the rest of the house, and there you go. I've got this humidifier on a timer. You see it runs about that much. I've got a air conditioner stuck into the old coal chute, so it's exposed on the other side there, and I can pump heat out of the room. I've got it unplugged currently because the temperature is pretty decent for fruiting mushrooms. It's like 72. Last week it was up around 95, and yeah, that was necessary to turn that on then. But yeah, here's the mushrooms. Blocks that I got in here currently, I don't have very much, but you can see the pink oyster mushrooms are fruiting. These look awesome. Some more here. Lion's mane, I'm trying that again. I don't see any signs of pinning yet, but in theory it should go. Here's the elm oyster, which is just beginning to pin. So we're gonna have mushrooms coming out there. There's another elm oyster mushroom block there. There's some king oyster, which also is not pinned yet. Oh, down here I've got some enoki. Never tried this one. I'm not entirely sure if I'm doing it right. See, I just cut the top off the bag, and probably should get some tape or something and kind of seal it a little bit. Apparently they like high CO2. Usually they grow in jars. So the floor here, you can see it's wet. The humidity drops down and collects because the floor is usually cooler than the walls. I probably should pull everything out of here and put plastic down on the floor to keep that from damaging this material. This is not very good material to get wet. I'm not too concerned at the moment because I really do not like this floor. This is a basement. It needs to be something that's more waterproof. So at some point I'm going to rip this up and replace it with like tile or something. But in the meantime, I'm going to let these fruit, and then I'm going to take everything out, let it dry, and then put down some plastic. But yeah, I've got plenty of room for more mushrooms. I could probably get another shelf right here even, but I need a shorter one. And you're probably asking what this is about. So this is a different project. This is me growing some algae. See, I've got some chlorella here. These are both chlorella. This is a mystery algae. I'm not entirely sure what it is, but it grows well. And this over here is spirulina. I'm just expanding out the cultures. I put them in here because they need lights, and the mushrooms need a little bit of light also, so I figure 2 birds, 1 stone there. Like the mushrooms, they don't need a lot of light. They're not photosynthesizing like the algae is, but they still use it to initiate pinning and start the fruit process. Yeah, the algae consumes CO2 and releases oxygen. The mushrooms consume oxygen and make CO2. The amount of CO2 that I'm using up with this setup is probably not enough to make a difference for the mushrooms. But the mushrooms are definitely going to make a difference for the algae. Because the CO2 levels are higher in here. At some point, if I get a bunch of mushroom blocks all over, I'm going to have to start thinking of ventilation. I'll probably have to put in a duct to occasionally blow air into here. But for now this is okay. Hope you enjoyed. See you next time.